Yes, Halloween is over, but we wanted to show you this picture taken yesterday in Saco. That is Lieutenant Paul Marshall of the Portland Fire Department outside of his home, dressed up as a new Center Maine's own Rob Caldwell. Lieutenant, if you're interested, we've got a couple of open anchor slots right now. We'll even provide the news desk for you. No need to bring your own.
You think it's a joke, but if you've seen the anchor, you know it's not.
You've been watching.
I also love the mixing of branding there, where it's like New Center 6. It's like, you know what? Yeah, we've changed our name a few times. Just try to stay with us. I appreciate you putting New Center in there. Beautiful night for trick-or-treating last night.
Oh, yeah.
Spirits were high.
Yeah, you guys both got a chance to go out.
Yeah, we did. Good time.
Left our kids behind, just went.
Yeah, right. We dressed up and we went out in Keith's neighborhood.
Completely unrelated. Mild again today in the 70s, mid-70s. Portland, that was good enough to tie a record set back in 2003. Good enough to break the record in Bangor at 73. Wiscasset, 78, bordering on hot, maybe. Dew points, though, relatively low. We had a couple of showers out there. Mostly, though, those are dying out as they head downhill over the next few hours, so most of us will be dry. What we're going to notice, of course, is a temperature change. We talked about how we'd have some showers this morning, but the temperature change would be behind that, waiting until this evening. And it's not going to be, a flash freeze or anything like that, but it is going to drop down into the 40s and eventually 30s by early tomorrow morning. And I think what will be most noticeable is how we don't really recover all that well from those temperatures. And we stay most of the day in the 40s. Some of us never get out of the 30s in the mountains and across northern Maine. Best chance will be 50, maybe over southern and western Maine, but that's about it. Tomorrow night is clear and chilly. Temperatures drop down to 30 or below. There'll be certainly quite a few 20s out there. I think Sunday maybe plays a little bit nicer than Saturday. There's more consistent sunshine. Temperatures, though, unmoved by that, still in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees. Clouds come back in on Monday, and that feels like the coolest day of this stretch because it's cloudy and raw, and temperatures are in the low to mid 40s, so that will be a chilly day on Monday. Eventually, we're dragging a warm front through on Monday night into Tuesday. That'll give us some isolated showers probably early in the morning on Tuesday. There's not a lot of rain to be had here, though. Thinking about Election Day should not be an issue. Probably it's going to be a little bit nicer in the afternoon than the morning, but I wouldn't change any plans around it. Temperatures are cool right through there. Then we get back to about 60 or so, it looks like, by Tuesday afternoon. We've got a chance to pop to 70 again. It's not as much of a lock as our last 70s were, though, because it's a shorter window between the warm front and the cold front. But if we time it right, which the European model thinks we will, we do have a chance to get back to 70 plus in quite a few spots, and then tapering back down on Thursday and Friday. Long range, or at least mid-range, through mid-November, temperatures look like they're above average across the east. Now remember, it's November, but it doesn't look like there's any big cold air outbreaks, which we can get, through the middle part of November. So it looks like kind of sticking in that zone of a little bit above average. Again, a shower on Tuesday, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Some showers around perhaps on Wednesday afternoon. So we got to get our 70 between the shower on Tuesday and the shower on Wednesday afternoon. That's why it's a little bit tighter. Yeah. But that's usually how we do warm-ups in the off-season here in Maine. It's like by the skin of our teeth. Yeah. So we might be able to get that done. Either way, we're in the mid-50s by the end of the week. And again, nothing too cold as we head into the first week of November here.
Feels like the peaks and valleys of that roller coaster we were riding are starting to get a little more compressed.
They do, right. So like if we popped an 80, that'd be a huge deal, right? Yeah. So we're getting to that season where it's like, okay, 65 is great.
Face it, it's gotta be cold.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Keith, thank you.